Hi everyone, it's Oluwatobi Adetono and welcome to another series with Legal Nuggets by Toby. So today I'll be discussing a kind of agreement known as a Memorandum of Understanding, otherwise called an MOU. I would also be looking at the position of the law on whether an MOU is truly a legally binding agreement between parties. So what is an MOU? An MOU is a letter of intent that details the preliminary understanding between parties who plan to enter into a contract or an agreement subsequently. I want us to note these three terms. 1, letter of intent. 2, it details the preliminary understanding between parties. 3, there is a plan, there is an intention to enter into a subsequent contract and agreement in the future. So the question now is an MOU binding, a legally binding agreement between parties? The answer is no. For all intents and purposes, an MOU is just a letter of intent and nothing more. It is not a legally binding agreement and it is not enforceable between parties. So for instance, I enter into a contract with B. I want to enter into a contract with B, and then myself and B we've been going back and forth on some of the terms of the contract. We've reached an agreement on some. However, we've been unable to agree on the monetary consideration. So I told B, okay, pending the time we agree on the monetary consideration, why not let us enter into an MOU which will detail some of these terms we've agreed upon, and then when we've actually agreed on the monetary consideration, we can then execute a proper contract. That is the purpose of an MOU. That is just what an MOU is a memorandum of understanding and not a legally binding and enforceable contract between parties. So that is what I want us to know. However, if it is the intention of the parties, and where it is expressly stated that the parties want the MOU to be binding and enforceable between them, that is what the court will interpret an MOU as. But in the absence of an express term which states that they want the MOU to be binding on them, an MOU for all intents and purposes remains an MOU and it is not enforceable. So going forward, I want us to take note of this, especially when executing an MOU, thinking that it is a legally binding and enforceable agreement between parties. It is not in law. And don't forget to follow my next post to get more detailed information on what an MOU truly is. And fam, I really appreciate our feedback. If you need further clarifications, kindly use the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching and do have a wonderful day.